Okay, in this video, I want to show you how to simplify a square root, which is also called a radical. Okay, so I may refer to this symbol as a radical. Okay, same thing as the square root. All right, so we know that we have things called perfect squares, which are like 2 times 2, that's 4. 3 times 3 gives us 9. 4 times 4 gives us 16, and so on and so forth. These are all called perfect squares. And then we have numbers that are not perfect squares, such as 8. This number I've got in the square root sign right now. 8 is not a perfect square, but is there a perfect square that goes into 8? Yes. 4 is a perfect square that goes into 8. Okay, so whenever you're simplifying these radicals, you basically are just looking for the highest perfect square that can go into your number inside the radical. All right, so 8, we know that we can break that down into 4 times 2, where 4 is our perfect square. Okay, and we also know that the square root of 4 is 2. So since the square root of 4 is 2, I can take the square root of this number and bring it outside of the radical sign, outside of the square root sign. So the square root of 4 gives me 2, just regular 2, not square root of 2. And then what we have left over after we've done that is this 2 inside the radical. So don't forget that. That 2 does still have a square root sign on it, okay? So your final answer is 2 square root of 2. If we do another example, let's say square root of 20. I can break this down into a perfect square times another number. 20 is actually 4 again times 5. Okay, so if we take the square root of 4 and bring that outside the sign, that gives us a 2. And then once we've done that, the leftover inside the radical is 5. So the square root of 20 simplifies to be 2 times square root of 5.